Alrighty, we're still going back to Nabris, hopefully this time without any demonic incursions on the way. Distributing provisions among the Crusaders will boost their morale. Yes, yes, yes. Inspire the troops. Perfect. Morale increase. Collid Crusaders. A Shalexian lord with an escort of battle slaves wish to join the crusade. But many Crusaders loathe slavery. They're asking the commander to free the thralls and bench the outlander. Crusader morale increases. Battle slaves. No, we don't need that. Free the slaves by force. Crusader morale increases? No. We're going to buy and free the slaves. The freed slaves went to Mendev in search of a new home. The soldiers were inspired by the commander's generosity. Perfect. Strengthening the chain of command. A war where soldiers down and defeatist attitudes sink in. In order to reinforce the discipline, the commander's staff council must look for new solutions. Sure, why not? Alrighty, we're done here. So we can return to our other mission called Walking. Ah, come on. Random encounter. Evade. Goodbye. Northern Gates. Neathholm. Okay. Can we still... Where's the storyteller? Patrolled by numerous guards, these rock-solid gates were considered impregnable until recently. This fortification is traditionally guarded by the best soldiers, as most of the dangerous threat in Kinabris from the north was very fast. Few decades. Okay, let's visit the northern gates. Oh, that means we leave the location. No. I don't want to leave the location. Neathholm, the village of the mongrels that have been hiding from those living on the surface for generations. Here in the darkness, disrupted by nothing. Oh no, do we have Lan with us? Oh Jesus, I forgot him. The problem. Can I change our companions mid journey? Oh no. Oh, me Omega noob. How can we... Party teleportate... Wait, what? Commander's party teleport to the target fort in which the What? We can teleport? To every fort? Oh, to Dresden. Well, at least we have something. Okay. Me mega noob. Okay, I'm so sorry. Yeah, we we need to take Lara with us. I could have seen that one coming. I'm sorry. Commander, we managed to defeat Karam's South. The remains of his armies... No, the remnants of his army have retreated to lick their wounds, and we must use this opportunity to go on the offensive. But right now, our army is not fully prepared to begin such an expansion. The farther we advance into the enemy territory, the more we'll need strong and mobile cavalry. I propose we replenish our forces with light cavalrymen. Mendev could offer us plenty. There are many lone paladins on Golarion like me who travel and help the needy. Should we call them to our aid? Cavalry is a crucial element of the army, one that's difficult to replace. Vandavian knights often sacrifice their defense in favor of offensive power, and it is time to put an end to this wastefulness. All riders must be encased in heavy cuirassier armor so as to avoid unnecessary losses. Yeah, we already have strong cavalry called your guys. So we're ultimately going for paladins. Mounted scouts promoted to paladins, most certainly. Perfect. Yeah, I don't need these cuirassiers. 44. 377. Well, that's very powerful. But then again, I want paladins. I want to hear the opinions of my advisors. Celia, what advantages do paladins offer? The gods have blessed them with strength, protected them against darkness and corruption. They spend their whole life training and performing great deeds. Destroying evil is what they live for, and it's what they do better than anyone. Rachel, why do you advocate for cuirassiers? There's a certain breed of fighter who thinks that the glory they win on the battlefield justifies any amount of risk. That may be acceptable for them, but it is not acceptable for their commanding officers. Wasting cavalry and daring attacks only saps the strength of our own army. We must see to it that all riders are equipped with the best armor, the kind that provide their highest chance of survival on the battlefield. I would also advise against recruiting any glory seekers or protectors of high ideals to serve as our cavalry, for the aforementioned reasons. Captain Odan prims his lips and says forcefully, the riders of Mendev aren't accustomed to fearing for their hides. Your demands, Regil, may lead to them to believe that you don't trust them, or worse, suspect them of cowardice. Captain Odin, what are the benefits of light cavalry? Light cavalry may be inferior to knights, as far as equipment quality goes, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Firstly, the lightness of the armor gives them maneuverability, and secondly, many noble offspring who have battle skills and a fast horse, but can't afford expensive armor, will gladly answer our call, eager to earn glory with their feats. Yeah, we're going for paladins. I hope the paladins won't let us down. I haven't let you down, and they won't either. With that, this meeting of the military council is adjourned. I will brief the officers on the expected reinforcements immediately, and see to it that our available stables are expanded and properly refitted. Perfect. Okay, we're done here. We
Let us press on.
Say goodbye with Lan. That was just, yeah. Never mind. Can we recruit? Ah, paladins. There they are. Hello there. Let me see. Paladins. Where are 21? 5. Okie dokie. Perfect. What's that? Is there a way here that I'm unaware of? Oh yes. Well, that's quite important. Choose ability. Deflect missiles. Favorite enemy. All units in the army inflict more damage against blah blah. No, let's deflect missiles. I mean, damage done is not our problem. Our biggest problem is our ranged units dying, so all units in the army have a +3 bonus to AC against ranged attacks per level of this feat. Guaranteed ability Harpoon. Pulls the target unit to the left border of the battlefield. Obstacles and units stop the movement. Oh, interesting. Oh, we need to rest. Uh-oh. Okay. Okay, so let's quickly enter the citadel. And then we're going to rest. First lost.
We march ahead.
Day 9, month Kuthuna. No, Kuthona. Year 4715. Dreams have puzzled the minds of mortals since ancient times. Strangely, the most obvious explanation of the mystery of dreams has appeared quite recently. The most obvious, but obviously wrong, one is that dreams are but the delirium of a tired mind as it digests the day's events. Ancient humans were much smarter when they thought dreams were messages of good patrons or the opposite, the inventions of demonic powers. In this case, both hypotheses are correct. Illogical as that may be, the commander is asleep. In his anxious dreams he sees blood-stained stones, smoking torches, rusty chains and bars. Once again he is in the dungeons of Dresden, chained in a cell. Huge demons around, clawing at the filthy walls with a horrifying sound. Death in their fanged jaws seems imminent, but more painful still is the expectation of tortures that never begin. Unable to move, barely conscious, in a horrible semi-delirium, the commander whispers words of prayer. The sacred words disappear in the void like stones down a well. It's unlikely they reach the ears of any deity. The fever of endless expectation is broken by a whisper, a gentle breath of fresh air in the stifling darkness. The ruby eyes of a demoness peer at the commander through the bars. She is similar to the other creatures of the abyss, but also entirely dissimilar. Remember me? I am Arushela. You gave me the gift of freedom. Now I will set you free. The chains holding the commander's body crumble to dust. The dark visitor takes a step toward him. Oh, the demoness that we saved. Hello there. We need to rest more often. Apparently there's story in resting. The dark visitor takes a step toward him, passing through the bars as easily as if they were made of paper, and holds out her hand. Fly with me. In response, the commander only mumbles, I've been expecting you. And I have come. The dungeon disappears. Now the demoness and the commander are flying over a moonlit plain. Enemies are hunting you, demons that have somehow acquired unusual powers that are unprecedented among common demons. You are also hunting them. You are trying to figure out who is sending them and where the source of their powers lie. I will show you where to find the answer. A finger with a manicured claw points down into a cliff top, where stands an ancient fortress slowly crumbling to dust. A bell without a tongue, an insane crone. Make it speak once more, and she won't be able to keep her silence either. She will give you all the answers. Wake up and try to understand what happened in the dream. Everything in the world is relative. Treachery, theft, deception, murder. Yes. The images fade away. The commander opens his eyes and whispers a word. Unknown, alien. Brought by the passing dream. Green Gates, the name of the fortress. If the demoness is to be believed, what a curious notion. There's a deranged crone hiding there who knows where the demon with these unheard of abilities are coming from. It will be intriguing to learn who this crone is, what she knows, and whether this dream is but a trick to lure the commander into another trap. But we cannot find out without visiting the place from the dream. Okay. So, oh, now we can rest. Okay. Okay, let's just begin resting.
You have the power to heal and the power to maim. Don't you regret that your goddess made you a killer?
I only regret that the goddess didn't grant me the power to silence unwanted noises.
Oh, Commander. Captain Halmatan salutes. Permission to report. Although the desertion has been halted, not everyone appreciated your methods. A circle of discontents formed within the officers' ranks, calling themselves the Weary. There are no blatant signs of sedition, otherwise they would have been arrested. Still, their talk is concerning. we can't rely on them. We need our own trusted officers. I suggest enlisting some of the volunteers. We get some very capable fighters among the fresh blood every day. The kind that could be made sergeants right straight away. We need those who know the meaning of honor. We'll call paladins and knights from reputable orders, and they'll serve as an example to boosting everyone's morale too. Officers who are unworthy of their rank can always be replaced. We can identify experienced sergeants with reliable records of results, then promote them. Mendev is full of promising youth who were overlooked when their seniors were promoted to serve in your army. We can call them here, award the rank, and they'll be grateful to us until the end of their days. Why exactly are these weary unsatisfied? Captain Harmattan. We raised the privates' pay and gave them enhanced rations. We expected results. Unfortunately, some of the officers felt themselves deprived of these benefits, but they're now spreading dangerous ideas. So they were expecting bribes? Opportunists. I did warn you. Elites always take offense when gifts and affection of the authorities are directed to someone else. And one more thing. I apologize if this sounds disrespectful, but these are the sentiments within the ranks. For an entire century, the Queen was the face of the crusade. Even though she may personally have appointed you as commander, many still consider you an upstart unworthy of the high title. Many officers and soldiers dream of Her Majesty taking the lead. Well, let's discuss our option in further detail. We need the most honorable, loyal officers. Where else can we find them but among the chivalric orders and paladins? We'll invite valiant knights to Dresden and make them officers. They are the best hope for a crusader army. That sounds fabulous, but there's just one tiny little problem. Who do you think has been filling these positions until now? Did it truly not cross my dearest cousin's mind to recruit your favorite paragons of honor and faith as officers? Your proposal is to repeat exactly the same thing that's been going on without you for the last 100 years. Rigel, what do you suggest? Appointing officers from the outside is a mistake. We should move our most distinguished privates up the ranks. The troops will be more eager to trust their former comrades and try to climb the ladder themselves. Of course, these officers will also prove more loyal than newcomers invited from who knows where. That's a good argument. There's some truth to that. I became who I am by making it all the way from a thief to a paladin, but soldiers need not just generals, but mentors too. They need officers who embody honor and bravery, and showing the true meaning of those virtues as someone else showed me. Duran, your opinion, please. There are plenty of ambitious young men and women in Mendiv waiting for the chance to prove themselves. They'll move mountains for whomever gives them this chance. The aspirations of hot-headed youth are the best fuel for war. Sure, why don't we invite some privileged youth as our officers? Gamblers, status seekers, fops, and brilliant poets unappreciated by the masses. That's what's been missing in our commanding ranks. I can see that the Count misses the high life dearly and would like to invite along the entirety of the capital's leisure class to join him in carousing. I can't stop him, so he can invite them to his heart's content, but not to serve here as officers. Captain Harmattan, what would you advise? There are volunteers arriving every day, with some quite capable people in their midst. I wasn't a rookie when I joined the crusade. After all, I had 100 years of military experience. We can rely on these new leaders to replenish our command staff. Should we entrust the lives of our soldiers to strangers? I'm not so sure. So, knights and paladins, pious officers' feet. Infirmary size by 10? Serve, okay. All generals gain +1 level to the striving for distinction. General has +10% bonus to gain experience points per level of this feat. Drain. Maximum size of the army by 1 you. What the pampas? Yes. Heroic office, blah 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 blah. Drain. You are the most intelligent man on planet Earth. Yes. Maximum size of the army by 1. Yes, yes, yes. Perfect. Let's give these youngsters a chance. They'll be sure to prove their worth, and there will finally be someone in Dresden to discuss Mendavian news within the evening. I hope that these measures will solve the issue at hand. If we have further complications, I will call another council at once. Perfect. Holy wow! Well done. I mean, more units in all armies. I mean, that's huge. Like, huge. So what should we send? We have bandits. Short bow, short sword, conscript 75, paladins. I would like to send paladins, but then again, rangers are quite important. The question is, do we really need more melee units? I mean, paladins are important, yes. But they do have lay on hands, so unknown key, whatever. Paladin, that's very important. Pooh. Do I want that? Ranged units. I mean, we only have 2 ranged units right now. Difficult. I mean, we also have short bow. It's a very difficult choice. Recruit more of these. Search. So we can have even more of these. 59. Very difficult. We're going to use them for now. I'm not sure if it's the wisest idea. We're still going for it. Righty now. Land at our hand. Yeah, we have to go back to Canabris. Pause. Let me just check. Do we... Oh no, we don't have movement already. So not a full day has passed. Things ready for the relic's augmentation. Perfect. Club? A flail. Let's call the flail. Mage who examined the fragments of the revived flesh captured from the demons came to the conclusion that they were working pieces for a certain artifact. These fragments of flesh were meant to grow together and form a weapon created by dark unnatural magic. The mage can try to complete the creation of this terrible item, but he needs the commander to decide what shape this item should take. Perfect. Rank up. Development of the art of war. They do not seek to know their enemy and fail to forge a new path to victory will inevitably fail. The secret of success lies in officers' steadfast focus on strategy, the ability to learn from past experiences, and the preparation of soldiers for future battles. Of course. Strengthening diplomatic connections. Financing a crusade is a costly process, and the diplomatic council has to come up with new tricks to preserve the friendship of countries and nobility, sponsoring the commander's army. Perfect. Development, no. Upgrading an outpost to Bastion. I mean, we will do that eventually, but just not now. Relics, we can't do anything right now. So let's just continue our campaign. Village of the mongrels that... You know what? It's the next episode. Until next time.